All right, what's going on? What's going on in the background? You guys ready to go?
Yeah, man, we're ready to go. We got about 1,800 construction workers out here right now. Looks like somebody kicked an ant bed, and they're swarming around out here right now trying to get ready for tomorrow.
All right, Ronnie, there's a lot of buzz when you came in last time. We talked a lot about you have a couple of situations. Number one, you're applying for the gaming license to play bingo. Where does that stand?
Actually, we already have a bingo permit that was issued by the Houston County Commission. There's already a constitutional amendment in place in Houston County to allow electronic bingo, and we'll be playing bingo here tomorrow. Fantastic. So it's a different process. We're exercising our constitutional right.
So wait,
the difference between our bingo.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, the difference between our bingo pavilion and others in the state of Alabama is we are utilizing it as a vehicle to expand trade and commerce throughout this region.
Okay, so didn't you have a governor that said he didn't like the idea of bingo there, and he wanted to ensure that the only bingo that was going on was going to happen across the state border in Mississippi on the Native American or the Indian reservations?
Yeah, that's what I've been told. We do have a governor who's been somewhat disingenuous with the citizens of Alabama. But what you have to understand, electronic bingo has been recognized by federal court as a legal form of bingo since 1988. Bingo electronically has been played in Alabama since 1989 by the Native Americans. Non-Native American entities have been playing electronic bingo here since 1992. Now, out of nowhere, our governor has came out this year and has declared war on electronic bingo in the state of Alabama. Perhaps it would be because 9,000 Alabamians leave our state every day, cross the border into Mississippi, collectively spending $35,000 an hour, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So I would say that's some pretty significant motivation if your campaign's being funded by Native Americans entities in Philadelphia, Mississippi.
Gilley, Bob Beckel here wants to ask you a quick question, sir.
Let me ask you, how much, are you worried about pulling any bingo business away from the charities that use bingo to raise money?
Now, this bingo pavilion is operated by the charity, HEDA, Houston County Economic Development Association, and it serves as a United Way mechanism, if you will, and disperses money to all the qualifying charities here in Houston County. We have a synergized cost structure here in that what our charitable bingo guarantees Houston County and the Wiregrass of Alabama is an expansion of trade and commerce. When you look at the overall scope of this project, it's far more than bingo. It's unfortunate that the main topic of discussion for the last year and a half has been bingo, because that's a very minute component of this massive entertainment project. If you pull up on our site here, it looks like you're walking back into yesteryear. You'll see Celebrity Junction Amphitheater, which is an ambiance of Petticoat Junction, if you will. You'll feel like you're at Petticoat Junction, Mayberry, USA, with a western swing to it. But the bingo mechanism, with a synergized cost structure, guarantees an expansion of trade and commerce, basically guarantees 6,000 jobs for the Wiregrass of Alabama over the next 5 years, of which we have 1,200, in excess of 1,200 employed today.
And just have a site for Eric, Eurotrash site?
Wait a minute. Hey, that's not fair. I'm not European. I may be Gilley, talk to us for a second real quick. You took no federal funding. You didn't look for any help, any handouts. Is that right?
No, none whatsoever. We just want to exercise our constitutional right to expand trade and commerce here. You know, if you look at our state, or you look at our federal government, you know, we're printing money at a record-breaking pace. We have other entities in this state. For example, the normal way of doing business in Alabama is our governor will go out and say, we've got a German steel manufacturer coming into Mobile, Alabama, and they're going to create 1,700 jobs. What he fails to mention is the state of Alabama, the taxpayers in Alabama, paid that German steel manufacturer $850 million of our tax dollars to come set up shop in Alabama, at which they're laying people off today. So $850 million it was the cost for 1,700 jobs, at which we're losing now. We're not asking for anything. What we're asking is say, hey, tax us. We want you to tax us so it can be regulated for the first time ever in Alabama, and of course limited. We want to generate somewhere in the proximity of $450, $500 million a year for tax revenues to replenish our tax coffers here, as opposed to the opposite.
Hey, Gilley, I take it you didn't use taxes on bonds then if you used no government support, right?
Excuse me?
Did you use any tax-exempt bonds?
No, we developed a community improvement district, which was a private funding bond mechanism for our horizontal construction. The entire project, all the vertical aspect, has been funded from private investors or myself.
All right, Gilley, he's got his tail planted firmly between his legs right now. Good job. Joel wants to ask you a quick question.
Just a quick question.
Hey, Eric.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, the question I have.
We got the king of country music. Just
we're going to do that. We're going to find out exactly. We're going to find exactly what you got planned. But Joel wants to ask a quick question.
I'm sorry. What's the argument? What's the argument against electronic bingo? I guess I just don't understand. Of all the tame and mellow activities that could be declared war against, it's baffling to me. I mean, this is not.
Here's the argument against it. You're going to take it away from someone who the Indian reservations who have it, and there's money. I mean, the governor's been there's allegations that the governor's taking money from the reservations.
Can we let the person who's in the middle of the fight answer?
Do me a favor, Eric.
Yes, sir. Go ahead,
Joe. Do me a favor. Here, listen. The answer in a nutshell. 2006, Senator John McCain performed a congressional investigation regarding Indian affairs with respect to their gaming operations. Go look at that report. It's a, I don't know, 175-page report, and look at the activities that took place in Alabama, and also ask for a copy of the embargoed emails, the correspondence that took place. There were $13 million invested in Alabama politics in the 2002 gubernatorial campaign. I would invite you to go look at that, and maybe that will show you where all the uproar is coming with respect to charitable electronic bingo. But what you have to understand, hypothetically, let's just say the governor prevails in his quest to eliminate bingo in Alabama, and he shuts down opportunity like Country Crossing. Like we have over 1,200 people working here today. We will have over 6,000 people working here over the next 5 years. But let's just say he eliminates that tomorrow. And let's say that his numbers are right. There's 16,000 unregulated, untaxed, unlimited machines in this state today. If he closes those legitimate legal operations down tomorrow, there's going to be 16,000 machines here next week, because the Native American facilities, which there's 3 within the state of Alabama, are just going to expand their operations to accommodate the additional business that they pick up from the other legitimate operations that were shut down by our governor.
Right.
So you tell me what all the fuss is about. We're saying tax us. Let's put our teachers back to work. Let's quit laying teachers off. Let's quit telling our state employees that we're going to have pay furloughs mandatory through the holidays.
Right.
Let's halt.
Ronnie, I'm going to cut you off here.
I'm getting carried away.
We only have about a minute and a half. Tell us what festivities you got planned.
What else do we have? This is the king of country music himself, Mr. George Jones. When you come to Country Crossing, this is what you get. And hello, everybody. You know who George is, don't you, Eric?
Yeah, we do, sir.
Everybody
he stopped loving her today.
Oh.
So, hey, the other entities that will be opening up tomorrow will be John Anderson Seminole Wind, Lori Morgan's Hot Chicken Cafe, Daryl Worley, Whirlybird Saloon, Celebrity Junction Amphitheater, of course our Bingo Pavilion, George the Possum Jones himself, the Bed and Breakfast, Bluegrass Holler RV Park, and a multitude of other venues will be opening as well tomorrow. Simultaneous opening. We didn't ask for 1 penny from the government. We're not asking for any money from the government. We want to help create an equitable distribution of wealth, and we're tired of playing politics. Our governor has ignored totally.
Ronnie, bear with us real quick. I'm going to go to a commercial break. You can stay with us. We'll talk to you for about another 5 minutes on the other side of the break. I'm going to read this email before we go. It says, "Go Alabama with no government help or intervention, private sector at work." That's from Emmer. And that's it. We're going to take a break, Ronnie. We'll be right back with you in a minute.
All right.
How much are we paying this guy for this ad?
All right, Ronnie, we only have a couple more minutes. So now here it is. You got 1,200 working for you now. You're going to have 6,000, assuming Explain to me, because last time you were here, you said there was an issue. You weren't going to be allowed, or you may not be allowed to have bingo. You're just doing it and asking questions later. What are you doing?
No, we did all of our due diligence 2 years ago with respect to the legalities of electronic bingo. We have 2 Attorney General opinions that declare it legal. The last 2 AGs in Alabama have been of the same mindset, just like federal court declares electronic bingo is a legal form of bingo. There's a very significant difference between electronic bingo and slot machines. Slot machines play slots against the house. Bingo plays bingo against other players that are participating in that same game, and there's a winner in every single game. And there's a charitable contribution in every single game. We did all of our due diligence. We started this project. We're about $35 million in. Out of nowhere, the governor comes out and declares war on electronic bingo. The same week that he declared war on electronic bingo, the 2 Native American facilities in Philadelphia, Mississippi, that supposedly gave him $13 million, or a portion of that went into his campaign, they said they were going to a 3-day work week because of their decline in business. And again, in middle Alabama, there was a cluster of bingo facilities operating just across the Mississippi line. All of those have been closed down.
Right.
Their constitutional amendment is a significantly different than what ours is.
All right, Ronnie.
But
Let me just stop here for a second, Bob. You got your feet up. You don't want to hear it, but here it is. Here's a guy creating jobs, looking to be taxed, throw money back in the system, and he's getting a headwinds from a Democratic governor who says, I'm trying to figure out a way to make sure we drive all this business and jobs off the state line.
It's a Republican governor.
Is he a Republican governor? Go ahead.
Eric, I hate to tell you this because I've voted Republican all my life. I voted Democratic twice in my life, but I'm an individualist. I don't believe in either party anymore. But we have a Republican governor. Now, our Republican governor, when we proposed our legislation last year, tax us, regulate it, and limit it, he basically told our legislators, let's not worry about it.
Hold it there.
We've got $3 billion of federal stimulus money on the way.
Take me to task. Go on.
Eric,
I'm in there like a hair and a biscuit,
get up to
Eric.
speed here.
What do you got?
We're El Mega hosts. We might want to get the party straight on who the governor is, but that's all right.
You know what is? Do you blame me for getting the 2 confused? I mean, here's a free market.
No.
In fairness, when you're as pretty as Eric Bolling, you don't need to have the facts all the time.
Eric, are you suggesting Eric should be at a hangar club or what?
All right, what do you say, Beckel? This is a good idea.
I said I thought it was a good yes.
Why are we losing jobs to the Indian reservations? What's going on here?
First of all, where do you think the Indians are the only ones who can gamble in most of these states legally because some lawyer got smart and figured it out? And who are you kidding me? Why is Jack Abramoff in jail? Because of Indian gaming.
But my point is,
that's right.
Why do they having a problem with this here? Why shouldn't this guy be? By the way, you know how this
being paid off by the Indian gaming industry.
Once he covers his cost of doing business, the rest goes to charity.
Why don't you see what the governor's what his contributions were, and I will guarantee you're going to see an awful lot of people who have an interest in not seeing bingo at his location.
Yeah, and I think they found that. I think they found what do they say, Ronnie? $13 million from the Indian reservation.
So the governor ought to shut up, or we're going to come after him.
Sounds good to me.
There you go.
All right, Ronnie. Last minute or so. Now this is what you call the soft opening. Is this your official open? What's the story?
You know, this is a soft opening. Obviously, we've got some of our Nashville partners coming into town today. Randy Owen, George Jones, Jamie Johnson, Randy Hauser, Lori Morgan, John Anderson. They're all coming in for the opening, but it is a soft opening. Our grand opening will be December 12th. But it'll be a great day for Alabama tomorrow, particularly the Wiregrass region of Alabama, the forgotten sector of Alabama. And we're excited about it. We're excited about, we've got people employed going into the holidays. They can buy their kids toys for Christmas. We just want to be left alone and allowed to exercise our constitutional rights.
Eric didn't know a lot of those names. You should say Usher and people like that. But
yeah. There you go, Ronnie. I'm going to let you go there, my friend, but thank you very much.
Ronnie. Good luck down there. It's going to go well. I bet it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a props on the governor.
Come see us.
Okay. All right, Ronnie Gilley, guys, in Country Crossing in Alabama. Was it Dothan, Alabama? Is that right, sir?
Dothan, Alabama.
Dothan. All right.